What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard training coach. I'll be doing a live trading session, live analysis and live discussion about trading psychology, fundamental and technical aspect of trading. So today is the first day of trading week. As you can see, market a little bit of in a manipulative phase. So we'll be looking at how to find trading opportunity in this situation. As this week that is NFP, and we could see some surprising movement in the market. We might see even a change of trend, even as well as you can see there is a monthly close coming up later, 2 days later, and then there will be NFP. So we can expect some surprise in the market. So let's see what we are expecting from the market. And before I begin this session, as usual, give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So I'll be looking at, first of all, gold. As usual, we see that gold, in fact, so far almost in a sideway. I'll be looking at daily first of all. Now, as you can see, gold, exactly when the daily opens, the price is there already, and there is no much movement in that market so far. So if we look at this market on gold, we see this with this strong liquidity graph from the top on gold has created this move correction. So the price is creating series of lower high and lower low in this market, and it is still in a downtrend gold, as you can see. Now with that downtrend, previous week we saw that there was a liquidity grab on the daily and gold has broken this support level. Now with that breakout from this support, if we draw this level here on gold, we can see that this is a very important significant level of support. And with that support, okay, we can see that there is a long doji here. The price grabbed liquidity and then created this move, followed by a retest last day of trading week. We saw that the price has tested this support as a resistance and then created a long wick candle. Now with that support testing as a resistance, with this long wick candle, gold currently from that long wick candle, we can expect now the price to have a drop. But at the same time, we can see that so far the price almost in a sideways for the for the whole day because of some low volatility in the market. What I think that gold might grab liquidity from the top and then could drop, or even we could see some some movement to the downside from this level. The trend is still maintaining with this long wick candle drop correction. So this is still maintaining a series of lower high and lower low. So there is a possible movement towards the upside. There is a possibility for further liquidity grab from this resistance zone, and then we could see that gold coming down. So let's see how the market is evolving on the lower time frame. If you look at the 1 hour chart, we can see that this is a consolidation drop, and then the price is consolidating in that area. Now with that consolidation, we can see that the market is forming this structure here. So I'll be waiting for in that zone to see how the market is evolving. As you can see, this market is ranging in this narrow area on gold. Now with that narrow range, what we can expect gold to I think we might see initial liquidity grab from the top, and then we can expect the price to trend towards the downside. There's one probability that, or another probability is to drop, break from here. Okay, so let's see how it is doing. We'll be looking at even on the 5 minutes time frame. We can see that the price currently twice local trend line is broken. So you saw that on the 5 minutes gold was moving along this channel, break from the channel, double bottom, again created another channel. We saw that just now the price again has broken from this channel and with that break from this channel, we can expect now gold to have a drop in the direction. So let's see how it is doing. We'll be looking for trading opportunity along this zone, and let me know in the chat which one you are up to in the beginning of trading week, how you are doing, how was your trading week. Also, thank you else, thank you for your compliment, appreciate it. Good morning Naomi, good morning. Thank you Naomi. Rushikesh, thanks for that. Dollar yen, are you still holding the buy? So dollar yen, we closed the position over the weekend, like as I mentioned that Friday evening when I was giving the commentary to the VIP, I mentioned to close it, and we closed around 91p profit. Okay, because I was realizing that this market will come down for a deeper pullback. In fact, it did. So you closed here in that area around, so which gave around around 91p profit on this one. So from this level to that level, so which around 91p profit we closed. Dollar yen, we'll be looking for entry again. Now if I look at dollar yen again, let's see what it is doing. Now if we look at the daily on dollar yen, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is a strong bullish market on dollar yen, and I'll be looking at multi-time frame. Looking at the monthly on dollar yen, we can see that from the monthly perspective, the price is forming series of higher low along this direction. Okay, every month the price is forming series of higher low. Now with that series of higher low formation, what we see that dollar yen, this is the monthly candle, has formed a strong bullish price action so far. So with that long bullish candle, the market has broken to the upside. This is the resistance on the monthly that has broken to the upside. Now with that resistance break, the market has gone up, and I think that the market dollar yen may continue to rise as it is a long-term bullish market. Now if we look at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective also dollar yen is bullish with this a strong impulse correction. The price is creating series of higher high and higher low. So we saw that this is an impulse correction. Now we can expect the price to come back to this previous resistance here, which is turning support along the zone, and we might see a bigger drop in that case on the weekly for a proper pullback, and this is where we can find another entry on dollar yen. Now if we look at the daily, what we see that from the daily perspective, that dollar yen from the daily, there is a double bottom, which is in fact a big starting of a big move, created this massive move followed by this consolidation here, and then we saw that the market with this liquidity grab along this area, dollar yen has created this massive move followed by long wick candle, and every time the price whenever coming down, we see that dollar yen coming down to this level. Okay, so we saw the price grab liquidity, it's forming a long wick candle along this zone. Now as you can see, this is the daily liquidity grab as well. We see the price is forming series of higher high and higher low in that zone. So we see that dollar yen in fact forming still a bullish price action. So this is the daily price action on dollar yen, and so far today, once the market open, we see the price is coming down for deeper pullback. Now from the intraday perspective, we see that this is typical this market, in fact with this inverted head and shoulder along the zone, created this massive move, consolidation, and then the market is forming series of higher high and higher low. Now this trend you can see, in fact very strong established uptrend. I think we can expect a local breakdown on dollar yen. Why? Because if you look at this here, you can see there is a local breakdown here. Okay, now with the local breakdown, the price again gain momentum, has formed this strong bullish market structure. Now what do you see that on dollar yen is impulse correction, long wick candle. Okay, now we saw here when we entered this trade on dollar yen, we saw the market has in fact grabbed liquidity multiple times from these long wick candles, and we saw that with this long wick candle the price has formed this strong impulsive move, followed by this, now it is in a pullback. And I think that dollar yen, highly likely that the price, I think it might drop to this 20 EMA zone, also in that area where there is the previous support and turn resistance here. This is a very important level on dollar yen, and we can see that the market has this is a resistance here, okay, which is turning support here, and which is an important level on dollar yen. I'll wait for the price to come down here and then to give us an entry. So as soon as we will find suitable entry on dollar yen along this zone, if any of this zone, once we will see that dollar yen forming this bullish price action, we will consider going long. So this is still a bullish market, but a local breakdown will give us a really good entry in USD JPY. So it's still bullish. USD JPY, Clary, good afternoon. I'm in GJSL since this morning. Thank you very much for being here. GJSL, we'll be looking at that. Mark, thank you. Coach, what about Rukesh? Yeah, we'll be looking at that. We'll gold test 1954. We'll be looking at that. As today is holiday, so do you expect gold to break out? I think gold might remain a little bit in a sideways. What is scalping? Boss Chen, dollar yen is still far yet, so we'll be looking at that. So Zain, as today is holidays, so do we expect gold to break up or downside level? So I think that gold, you can see it's moving a little bit in a sideways, but it might give us a direction. Normally when there is a holiday and the market a bit in a slow, that price in fact give a very high liquidity for the future movement. So if you look at this market on gold, we can see that this is the 4-hour time frame, and we can see there is a previous session there's a long doji, okay. So looking at let's do a full analysis on gold, because the multi-time frame will tell you exactly how the market is moving, and multi-time frame analysis is the key that I found. I saw that every profitable professional trader uses multi-time frame analysis, because this is how one knows how the market moves. So from the multi-time frame perspective on gold, this is the monthly price action. As you can see, this is the resistance on the monthly. The price has crossed this monthly resistance, triggered the liquidity. Now I had a question, guys. Why did gold in fact, after triggering this all-time high, the price has dropped that much. And if you have seen previous analysis, this is what we discussed, that gold is likely to break this monthly support. Gold has done this. Is a really great lesson that you can you can learn, grow for your growth as a trader, because what factors here considered that when the price has, firstly, when the price has triggered all-time high, why did gold in fact drop below the previous monthly support? Now you saw that I normally ask a lot of questions to myself as well, to everyone, because trading, by research it is shown that those who has high level of intellectual curiosity become a good trader. So to be a profitable, a good trader, if it is your dream, I'm sure that everyone have that dream, then intellectual curiosity is very important. And curious people always ask a question, why this happened, now question is, why did the seller sold from such a high distance? When the price has gone to this all-time high, did the seller sold because the price has dropped, massive drop? Now what could be the reason? Let me know in the chat. Now if you look at this market, I'll progress further and I'll discuss on that question. Now if we look at the weekly on gold, we can see that from the weekly perspective that this market has crossed this high. There is a massive liquidity in that area on gold, and with that liquidity the price has dropped, has broken all this support level. Now we see that the nearest support, recent support, is this one, this long green candle, and with that long green candle, this is a support here. Now that support, which is turned resistance along this zone here, and we can see that the support turned resistance, the price has in fact support turned resistance, and from that level we can see that the price in fact slowly rejecting. Today is the first day of trading week. What I think that from longer time perspective, I think gold will try to break that low, and I think it could at least try to touch this weekly 20 EMA, which is this support level here, and then we might see that gold again bouncing towards the upside. So from the weekly perspective, gold might come back down and break this weekly 20 EMA. Now if we look at the daily, from the daily we can see that this market, we can predict how it has done here. This is the daily market, and what we see that from the daily perspective on gold, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, okay, resistance here, and that's a smooth resistance. And we see that from the daily perspective the price was moving along this channel, okay. So this is the daily channel, and we saw the price was dropping in that channel, okay, and then the price has broken towards the upside, okay, from this channel, and the price has triggered all-time high liquidity, and we saw that the price in fact has dropped back and forming series of lower high and lower low, which is a typical downtrending market structure. And we saw that here the price, this is a daily resistance zone, grab liquidity, has formed a long bearish candle, followed by, we saw the price currently, this is the daily candle. Now it is crucially important to see how the price is reacting below this support, but I think that the sellers may try another attempt to break this low, and from that zone we could see that either gold is reversing or even dropping further. So from the lower time frame, what we see that gold, in fact, this is the 4-hour price action, and from that zone, okay, there is a strong drop, correction, drop, correction. So the price is forming a movement, correction, movement. So it's slowly decelerating in that area. Now with that deceleration, what I think that gold might break this high, okay, grab liquidity, and then we could see that drop. So it's at the moment in a sideway. So let's see which way it is breaking, and then we will know exactly when to enter, in what situation we can find an entry on gold. Sani, thank you very much. JPY will be looking. Can you analyze GJ? Absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Down gold wants to go up, and therefore it needs to have a deeper pullback. That is why it is going down now, right? Very good answer. The physical gold has great purchase rates last week. Yeah, that was okay. So yeah, the question answer came is right. So what's happening is that if you look at, let's go back to that question here. Now when you saw that gold has broken this resistance line, this is a very important level of resistance, and with that break of this resistance line, okay, what we saw that the price gathered liquidity from here. Okay, now with that liquidity gathering on gold, what we saw that the price dropped. Now the reason, okay, why did it drop is when the price reached all-time high in such an important area where there is a the price never reached that zone in historically. It's not that the sellers sold from that zone, because it's a very scary area for buyers and seller both. And when the price reached that zone, in fact, the buyers who pushed the price high, they started to close their position. Now keep in mind that when a buyer close their position, it turns into a sell order. This is the key points you need to understand. So let's say when a market drop, there are two reasons it could drop. One reason that sellers sold, the other reason is the buyers closed their position. So closing position means on the other side someone is buying, selling. So you basically, when closing the position, the sellers on the other side taking the order, the market is dropping. So this is why that when the price reaches such kind of new zone, sometimes the price immediately reject. And because of that, and when this happened, when the price revisited that all-time high and the triggered and the prices started to drop, that time in fact after this breakdown, and then sellers started to sell later once they saw that okay, the price revisited all-time high, now the price is dropping, now let's sell this market. And this is where in fact that high probability trade comes in place, the price dropped, and all this happened. So depending on how the price might do, will be looking at the current time price action. Let's see how it does. Okay, so from the Good evening, thank you. So from the 5 minutes, as you can see, we saw back to back quite a few times local breakdown, and again the bulls creating some bullish move, but not that much of a strong movement to the upside. So anytime we find a strong move, we look for opportunity. We'll be looking at that. Okay, so far, if we look at this price action on the 1 hour on gold, we can see that there is a bit more sideways movement. So let's look at GBP JPY as gold. We see that a little bit in a sideways. GBP JPY from the monthly, we can see that from the monthly perspective on GBP JPY, it is a bull market. As you know, that it's a long-term bullish market. Now if we look at this price action here on GBP JPY, this is a strong impulse, correction, consolidation, another impulse, correction to the previous support, support, also acted here as a support from this long doji on the monthly, and the price has come down to the level here on GBP JPY. Now we see that from this perspective on GBP JPY, we can see that this market, if we draw this level here, we can see this market, in fact, it's a respecting this support level. And if we look at the overall picture, recent monthly price action, we can see that GBP JPY creating series of higher low on the monthly. Now with that series of higher low creation, we see that GJ, this is the current monthly candle, has broken towards the upside. Now with that breakout on GBP JPY, we see that the price currently above this resistance zone. And if we look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, GBP JPY also forming bullish price action. This is the impulse, correction, impulse. So this market is forming series of higher high and higher low on the weekly as well. If we look at the daily, from the daily perspective, there was quite a few days of consolidation. Now this is how, mainly the real way the market can be read. Now, some might think that trading is hard and it's difficult to understand. When you look at the chart over and over again, it becomes much easier for one to understand which way the market will be heading. It's all about understanding the market. It's all about reading the market structure. It's all about reading between the line. What I can say is, because sometimes we need to understand from the way the price action give us the ability to read. Now if you look at this market, sometimes I get a lot of questions from you guys that, can I sell this one or can I buy this one? The answer for this question firstly will come from the market structure. If a trader always trade with the trend, okay, he will never lose money. Okay, if he has the right trading psychology. This is also another important topic, and I know that sometimes we want to avoid that because we think that all about the technical, all about the strategy, but 70% of a trader's success depending on his or her trading psychology. Okay, now what is in fact a trading psychology? A trading psychology is your ability to handle the patience, is your ability to how you conduct your trading based on your personality is very important, because there are many other types of trading. For example, scalping, swing trading, day trading. What's your personality type? You need to find out which one is suitable for you. So it is really important for one to understand what is trading psychology, okay, and how to do that. So what we are discussing is that once you know the direction of the trend, all the technical, still one may not be profitable if he or she doesn't have the right trading psychology. It is very, very important, guys, keep in mind. So having a right trading psychology means that you have the right attitude towards trading. Let me know in the chat also, guys, what do you mean by, in fact, having a right trading psychology? This is a very, very important topic. It's all about your identity as a trader. This is the a bit more puzzling part that many traders don't understand. We'll discuss more. So you can see that GBP JPY, if you look at this daily market structure, JPY pairs, it's a nicely bullish market. I would say that JPY pairs in the couple of months, if you look at this monthly, you see that all those, at least 2 months is a very nice bullish and nicely trending market structure. You can see starting from here, had a long consolidation, and it was absolutely nice trending market structure. I love to trade this kind of trending market structure. And as you can see, if you apply our TF strategy, especially in a trending market, now you can see that all those trade, all of them worked out, every one of this is what the trend following strategy comes in place. So trend following strategy means that trading with the trend. And if you apply our TF strategy when the market is trending, okay, it's important that the market is trending. When the market is trending, if you apply TF or trend following strategy, you will see that the market, in fact, giving you all trades are working out according to our TF strategy. Now this TF indicator is available for all the students who are trading with us. You can, if you are our lifetime member, you can go to the student dashboard, let us know, we can add you to the TF indicator, or let us know in the group when we had a Q&A session. Let us know, we will be adding to the TF indicator. Now if you are not our member, then I will invite you to join us. There is a link in the description area, and also there is a link at the top of the chat. You can click the link, visit the website, join us to learn our strategies and also to trade with us in our Forex Trading Wizard Academy. To be part of the trading community, you will be trading with us, learning our strategies, accessing all the trading tools, as well as be part of a trading community where you have an interaction, opportunity to interact with all the traders trading in our academy. So yeah, let's now see GJ. With that said, now we saw that after this movement, the price now coming down. Let's see if it is a reversal. This is the question. Let's see, looking at the monthly on GBP JPY, we can see that from the monthly perspective on GJ, after the previous monthly bullish candle, this month so far, after a little pullback, the price has moved to the upside. If you look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, we already discussed daily. Now what I think that this is the daily chart. Now see this, what happened here. You see quite a few days of price has come down, bounce, and gathering liquidity, and finally we saw this move. What I think that market might, because there is a monthly close coming in 2 days, 2.5 days. I think that the market might come back down to this significant level where there is the weekly support. So couple of areas that you can look at. If you look at the daily, so I think that the market coming to that level. If we readjust on the monthly, so monthly low and weekly, daily, so this is where the daily 20 MA, and there is a huge liquidity in that zone. If you don't know what is a liquidity, guys, let me know in the live chat. I will explain what is a liquidity. What I think that GJ, this is a important level here. Okay, so GBP JPY from the daily, we can see that this is a move, and then liquidity gap has broken towards the upside. I think that GJ might be breaking down to this level where there is the below this high liquidity zone. This is a very, very high liquidity zone, and from that level, after breaking this, we might see the market again moving towards the upside. So from the lower time frame on GBP JPY, we can see that the market, you see that there is an impulse and correcting. So it is crucially important to see how the price doing. As the monthly close coming, there is a probability for a reversal to drop to this level. At this point, I will not be bullish. Doesn't look to me a bullish market, but to sell because it's established uptrend, what I need a liquidity gap from the top or any kind of bearish price action. With this move on GBP JPY, we can expect again another attempt from the buyer, and that might give us a doji or any kind of entry candle along this area. Then we will consider going short on GBP JPY. So as soon as we will find suitable entry, we'll consider going short based on the price action confirmation on GBP JPY. Now, along with other GBP pairs, so GBP CHF, this one also we have opened today, this trade. Now, GBP CHF, I also posted analysis on TradingView. Now, looks like the GBP a little bit of weaker. And now, why did I pick GBP CHF? Is because from the day, if I look at the bigger picture, I'll tell you what grabbed my attention here. Now, looking at the monthly on GBP CHF, this is a long-term downtrend. As you can see, it's a massively bearish candle every month. The price is creating series of lower high on the monthly on GBP CHF. Now, with that monthly bearish price action, we saw that there is a monthly doji here. Now, with that monthly doji, the price crossed this high, grab the liquidity from this long doji. Now, with that doji formation, the previous month we have seen that GBP CHF, this current monthly candle, started to drop from this level. Now, with that drop, now if you look at the weekly, back-to-back 2 weekly doji along this area. Now, after this back-to-back 2 weekly double dojis on GBP CHF, giving a very high probability for a potential bearish price action on GBP CHF. Now, if we look at the daily on GBP CHF, we can see that from the daily perspective, also gathering liquidity from here. There's a long wick candle, okay, a doji, followed by bearish candle, followed by a green candle, which is also, if we draw this level the same way. So what do you see that there is here a lower high along this area on the daily today and form this bearish candle so far. And what I think that GBP CHF, with this resistance line, the price might continue to drop, and this is why we are on this trade. And the way of the price action I see, for me, what I think that GBP CHF, over the long term we can expect further drop, as this is a, you can see that this is the daily chart. The price is creating series of lower high along this area. Now with that lower high creation, we can see that GBP CHF putting pressure on this support level. Yeah, now we saw with this support, this is the support level, GBP CHF is putting pressure. I think that this support, if we do a little bit of it, readjust this level, we can expect the price to continue to drop in that direction. So from the lower time frame, so this is where the entry point is. You can see I always look at the liquidity. Keep in mind that according to Nikola Tesla, if you want to know the secret of the universe, you need to think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. If you want to know the secret of the market, you need to think of in terms of market structure, liquidity, and price action. So there is always something that you can look at in the market when you know these three things. So it is very, very important. And if we look at from that perspective, that market structure, liquidity, and price action, you will see the real picture in the market, which way in fact the market is heading. So if you see this market here, there is a there is a liquidity grab. Why it is so important? Let's all ponder that point. Why do I talk mostly about liquidity? Because this is where I found the secret of being a successful trader, understanding how the market moves. Let me know in the chat how you are doing. Coach, if I read the news in Usdjpy, if it does not get loans the 1st June, then will then be pregnant. We'll be discussing. Thank you, sir. No problems. GJ, your views here. We'll discuss. Kakulan. Thank you, Kakulan. So can you tell us about the dollar yen trade of the last week? Should you hold or collect the profit? Okay, so we collected the profit. We'll be discussing that. Okay, for clear. I'm currently reading Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Very good book. I have also read that book. Very good one. Such a good book for trading psychology. Currently scalping Gbpusd. Very good. I think knowledge is power. Okay, knowledge is power. Reading books, going seminar, or even watching videos on this kind of things really helps, because to develop a proper trading psychology, it in fact needs some kind of, what I can say, that attention. I'll tell you a technique. You can apply that. Okay, that really works 100%. See, before you go to bed, okay, do this exercise for every day. It's nothing needed difficult, but trust me, it will definitely change your everything, anything you want. So what you're gonna do is, when you go to bed, okay, everyone needs to go to bed one day for sleeping, right? When you go to bed, close your eyes. Once you close your eyes, I'll tell you why this happened. And then imagine yourself, okay? Imagine yourself how you want to see, okay? For example, when you are watching here live streaming or opening a trade, closing a trade, there must be something that you want to achieve in life, right? You want to be a trader, you want to gain financial freedom, you want to do anything. So what are you going to do when you're going to the bed? Lay down and then close your eyes and see yourself who you want to be. Okay, this is the key points that most of the people miss, is that becoming. Okay, there are two model, being, okay, and doing. Keep in mind. So being is a quantum model. Doing is a Newtonian model. Okay, physical. This is a physical. This is non-physical or subtle or energetic level. So being is the key. So why? Because when you, let's say, you see yourself in your mind, who do you want to be, and then see completely in your mind what you are doing when you becoming that person. How do you feel? What's your energetic trigger when you see yourself? This is the secret of everything. This is how one can communicate with the energy as a human being. We have a way to communicate with the energetic level, and this is how, because we have a mind, that subconscious mind is connected with the energetic source. Okay, this is how things comes in our life. So once you see yourself, who do you want to be in your mind, and that person associated with what you want, because it's not what we do, it's who we are creating surroundings. Okay, if I give a bit more clearer idea, is that you have infinite version of yourself exist at the same time, and who do you want to be? Imagine you choose to be, and that you manifest every moment in time. So this is why when you see yourself, that who you want to be, okay, either then you fall asleep. What happens is that our subconscious mind doesn't sleep. Okay, we sleep, but subconscious doesn't sleep. It keep working for you to what you ask for. So subconscious mind doesn't understand the verbal language. So what you are putting in your mind, in your imagination, it's working for you, and over time you're gonna get that. Okay, it takes a little bit of time, because once you imagine who you want to be and you create that reality for yourself, and things will come without any effort. Okay, without any effort. No, that's becoming. That's why it is important that you focus on being rather than doing, because you can do, but you have to become. Who is doing that things is the most important part than doing. For example, let's say you cut cucumber to make a salad. Okay, now bring 2%. Let's say one person is 10 years of experience in cutting the cucumber, the other person for the first time in his life or her life cutting the cucumber. Now doing the same thing, but being is different. That's why the result become different. That's why being is more important than doing, and that being comes from the place of understanding who you are and then working from that place. This is the key points. Every area of our life, not only in trading, will really help you to achieve anything you want. There is something that we need to also work on. The biggest barrier that you might say, okay, then I imagine who I am and why it's not manifesting. Because when you see yourself who you are, there is a barrier between current you and that you. Let me tell you what's the barrier. Let's say you saw a successful trader who is trading, gaining financial freedom. Now this is you also successful trader, but not your highest expectation. What is the difference between, let's say this is A, this is B? What is the difference? Can anybody tell me? Let's say you are here now, a trader, maybe not that much your expectation. You want to be a trader who is fully evolved, successful, profitable, okay? Gain financial freedom like a Superman, any trade, consistently profitable, high level of discipline, everything in hand. But what is the barrier between that and this? If they exist in the moment, then what's the difference? Like, what is the barrier? There's a barrier here that you need to understand. That barrier is keeping you from becoming that to that, and I'll come to that point. Let me see. This is really helpful, no? Anyone, anything you want to achieve, this is a really key points that you need to understand. Where GJ down as I speak from ranging. Yeah, absolutely. Afternoon, coach. Please check GBP and ZD. Yes, please explain about it. Yeah, we'll be doing your contact now. Okay, Sujit Khan, thank you very much. Euro USD. Joe, thank you very much. Manifesting what you want, not allowing what. Yeah, clear. Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. So what is that barrier between this current you and then you? Then I'll tell you exactly where is the point is missing, where's the missing puzzle of this. Okay. Okay, so the difference between this current you and the one that you want to be, the barrier between this and that is quite a few barriers. One of them is fear. Fear is a big barrier, okay? Because we operate in a certain, yeah, doubt, fear, exactly, okay? Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much. Yeah, exactly, is the doubt, fear and resistance, exactly what it is, okay? Because when you are here and you are one, you know, your other version is here, the only difference is fear, doubt, resistance. These are, because these things that fear, doubt and resistance, they are basically lower energetic vibrational frequency. That this is what the Nikola Tesla said, that if you want to know the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency and vibration. And this is the secret of the universe, in fact, because the fear is also a kind of energetic vibration. Fear is, in fact, fear and courage, same thing. It's just the degree in vibrational energetic vibration. So to be that person, is what you need is break that fear barrier, doubt and resistance, and then you're gonna be there, okay? It's just one step ahead, okay? But it's difficult because of the fear. It's like until you go to that, break that fear, it's even not not perceivable for many. We don't see that, okay? It's difficult to sometimes explain, because until you break that fear, you even don't know what is there, okay? This is why it is so unknown to many people. So this, doubt, fear and exactly. So once you can break that barrier, you become that person. This is what it is. So it's a trial and error, and I'm sure every one of you are able to break that zone and become anyone that you want to be, and it's exactly achievable. Thanks for that. So let's look at gold. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so looking at that gold, okay, so gold, we see that it's now pushing high for the liquidity as expected on the daily. Now what do we see that from the daily perspective is, if we look at this previous support on the daily, we can see that from the daily is, this is the support level on gold, and term resistance. So we might see that gold, you know, going up to grab liquidity from that area, okay, which is very likely to happen. Support and resistance. There is a probability for the price to move up. If we look at the monthly, we can see that from the monthly perspective, from the weekly. So weekly is a bit more clearer to see. Once the market opened, we saw series of higher low, and the price has broken to the upside so far. And I think that you can see the market, if it goes up, will give us an opportunity to sell. And yeah, so I think, you know, slowly we might see some slow upside movement for this. You can see every time the price is making this slow movement, I think slowly we might see the price is heading there to that liquidity zone, and from there we can expect the price to reject towards the downside on gold. Okay, so we'll be looking for, at this point it's in a very you know, high zone. Once we'll see the market has dropped, we'll look for entry. Let's see, so 1 hour candle has closed. So let me see, the 4 hour candle has closed in all the instrument. AUD CAD has a, let me see, okay, AUD CAD has formed bullish. AUD NZD, Aussie Yen, AUD CHF, CAD CHF. I'm just looking at all of them. AUD USD, not that much. Euro JPY. So GBP CHF, this one we have opened a trade. I'm expecting it to have a rejection. We saw after 4 hours there is a doji, which is in fact possible bearish price action. Let's see how it does. If we look at, let me see all of them. Okay, so we see the market a bit more slower than expected because of the bank holiday, but still we can find an opportunity once we will see that. So I think this one gold might be a little bit to the upside now because of the we could see some upside. I think slowly it might reach that it might break this resistance level to the upside, which is unlikely to happen. Let's see. And if we look at the daily, yeah, I think that's okay. So we can expect yeah, I think slowly we might see some upside for liquidity grab, and we could see this break towards up, and then later we might see that again dropping down. So for the time being we could see that from gold 1 hour chart we see this 1 hour candle, which in fact you can see back to back 1 hour candle has grabbed liquidity from the support level. From 15 minutes so far bullish, from 5 minutes let me see, can we see the market in fact forming might be. So we saw that multiple times from the daily support the price has a bounce, and okay, so let it drop back to the support level. I think it might come to this 20 EMA zone on the 1 hour, but the price action you can see this 1 hour rejection is in fact a bullish candle, and as a result we saw that the market with this support break form this bullish price action. I think price might come down to this level here, which is also aligning with 30 minutes 20 EMA, 15 minutes 20 EMA. Okay, so we can expect a retest of this level. Very good area for potential. So we saw back-to-back 320 EMA, 1 hour, 30 minutes as well as 15 minutes aligning together. From that area we can expect a bullish move. Let's see how it does, and if it drops to this level, because you see that this is the 1 hour chart and the price has formed a reversal pattern here, breakout, we can expect now this neckline, this resistance, to be tested as a support. Along with this 20 EMA, we can expect the price to move towards the upside. Let me see if we can find on that. We will be looking for potential trading. Okay, so if 1 hour, this one dropping to 1946.25, look at price action on the lower time frame. This is the previous resistance, turn support here. Let me see where you can, I think we prepared for a bullish move. Let's see where you can find an entry for the upside. Okay, so we see this is structure. But this one, the 1 hour 20 EMA zone is super important level. Okay, we'll keep that high. Okay guys, in the meantime, okay, saying gold, yeah, absolutely. Nasdaq, yep, we'll be looking at that. In the meantime guys, if you are looking for a regulated broker, our recommended broker is Trade. You can use the link to register for free with Trade. So Trade regulated broker, I have given a link on the live chat as well, so you can use that link, click the link, register for free and join Trade, so that you can trade with a regulated broker with no commission. You can start trading with a minimum capital. So I'll recommend you to join Trade to stay in a safe hand. Euro AUD, absolutely, be looking at that. CAD JPY, I don't see enough momentum on gold now. Yeah, a little bit of slower, but it's still probability. Okay, this is the 1 hour candle. As you can see, gold after this move, now the price coming to this level, to the support. From here I'm expecting to have another bounce. Let's see. You can communicate to it. Yeah, I know, no, I mean, that's fair enough. Thank you. So we'll be looking at okay, so we'll keep that watching on gold. I want to see that the price is here testing this level, then we can look for entry if we find that strong bullish move. In the meantime, let me see dollar yen. We see the dollar yen is, as I mentioned, dropping down to the liquidity zone, to the support level. Looking at Nasdaq. Okay, so Nasdaq, let's see what's happening. This is the weekly opening, open with a gap. At Nasdaq, you can see this is a strongly bullish market. Okay, massive bull market, and then the price has created this channel here. Okay, a bull flag from the weekly, and then has another move, again another bull flag, grab liquidity from here, form this another bullish move. So this is a typical bullish market structure on Nasdaq. With that bullish market, we saw this movement dodgy, the price is forming series of higher high and higher low. Now what we see, that the market with this massive move to the upside, there is a gap here today, gap opening, and with that gap opening, the price currently forming, is slowly coming down for a deeper pullback. I think from the weekly we might see now some downside. This is the daily, which is in fact the price form with a gap. I think from the daily, the price, you can see this is the daily resistance. We might see a bit more deeper pullback on the market opening. From this is the 4 hour price action on Nasdaq, and as you can see, it's consolidating, narrower movement. I think that Nasdaq may come down further. Okay, so with that drop on Nasdaq, we can see that the market, this is the resistance line, resistance. Okay, the price highly likely, the price has broken towards the upside from this inverted head and shoulder. Now with that breakout, what we can expect on Nasdaq, the price to come down for a deeper pullback. Now this drop, we don't know how much it will drop. We'll wait for the price come for a deeper pullback, and once it will take off, we'll see that again it will be visible when it will take off. For the time being, at this point, neither bullish nor bearish, because it's just consolidating, coming down for a pullback. But this red candles, you can see they are narrower, so still sellers are not strong enough. Anytime we'll see that bulls are taking control in the market. So Nasdaq for me, it's a bull market. Okay, so let's go back to gold to see what it is doing here from the 1 hour again. So we see that the market dropping to this liquidity zone. So if we look at that, let's see what it is doing here. Okay, we see that Okay, let's keep that on. GBP CHF also the same. So there isn't much volume, but still we can see some pullback, which is good for next move. Now, you know, these days are very good for also discussing about developing a sound trading psychology. Now, you know, we're discussing about a topic that a couple of minutes ago about the developing strong trading psychology, and imagining yourself to be a profitable trader where you want to see. And we found an idea that let's this is a problem. Let's look at the solution here. If you look at, let's say, this is who you are, okay, and this is who you want to be, okay. Now the barrier that we discussed is fear, doubt, and resistance. There are three. There are more. Let's consider three. Now these are the barrier. Now the question is, in fact, how do you overcome that barrier? We know that barrier, but how do you do that? This is because looking at the solution is the most innovative way to do something. How do you in fact overcome that three things? So what I say, that to overcome those things that stopping you from becoming who you are, and when you become, everything fall in place. Now let's say fear. How do you overcome fear? Doubt. How do you overcome doubt? What is doubt in fact? What is fear? What is resistance? Now fear is what is, I know that everyone knows fear, but in a sense, how do you overcome fear? That is a very, very important question. The easiest way to overcome fear is to face it. How do you face? For example, let me give you an example. Let's say you are on a top of something, and you need to, let's say, you need to jump 1 meter down. 1 meter is not that far. I think anyone can jump. But if someone never gave this jump before, for the first time in their life, definitely it will cause fear. You know why? Because the middle brain that we have, okay, this middle brain is designed to keep us safe, and all the fear is generated by the midbrain, amygdala, limbic system, whatever you want to say. Now why does this happen? Because our midbrain, any unknown, so unknown is basically fear. So how do you face your fear? Facing the unknown. This is the key points here. Keep in mind. Now you might say, okay, how do I face my fear? Will I jump on anything? No. Unknown is the fear. Unknown is the fear means, let's say, if you look at anyone, if we look at our life, what we will see, that wake up in the morning, do something and do something and go something and do something, and you see that we don't recognize, but if you pay attention, you will see that there is a repetitive cycle. Every day we complete a cycle, whatever you want to do. That's a repetitive pattern that we complete every single day. Now that repetitive pattern creates a certain kind of results in our life. Now whatever we are having in our life is because of what we are doing repetitively every single day, from wake up till night. Now when we are accustomed to that, our brain is adjusted with that. Anything you want to do something different, that is where the fear started to come, because it's unknown, and unknown is always fear. Now once you consciously choose, that is where you, despite of fear, you step into something new, something different, and then you face the fear. That's how you face the fear. That's why they said that the cave you are entering to fear lies all the treasure that you seek. Okay, so this is the most important part to overcome fear. So you got how to fear, face the unknown, that is the fear, overcoming the fear. Now next thing is resistance. How do you overcome resistance then? To overcome resistance, first what is resistance? In fact, in the physical form we can't see anything. Like if you are electrical, you know how the electricity works. Let's say if you take a wood, wood cannot conduct electricity. If you take a metal, it will, because wood has a high resistance, but metal doesn't have that much of resistance. The less the resistance, the electron will flow quickly, faster, due to the change of voltage, and the electricity will flow faster. But why this is in the energetic level, the same thing, the resistance. So how does the resistance work is in manifestation purpose. Let's say you want to be that person, you want to $1 million, you want to bring in your life, you want to be a trader, you want to have the great trades. Then how do we resist that part? By the way we resist, keep in mind, what we resist persist. So if we resist, then it's not gonna come here. So how do we resist? Is by trying to control the outcome. This is only way we can resist. Okay, so anything you need to allow to happen. So for example, unknowingly everyone we try to control the outcome, but as a matter of fact we can't control anything in this universe. Nothing is possible to control. It happens. We think that because of this is gonna happen, because of this is it. It's not. So this is where the resistance comes. So now in terms of manifestation, for example, you set a goal, okay, that okay, this is my goal, in 1 year time I'm gonna make $10 million. Okay, this is your goal. Now once we set the goal, it's already yours, it's there for you 100%, no doubt about it. Then why it doesn't come? Because we resist. How do we resist? We started to think all kind of way to make this happen, and that's, you need to do it. You need to do something to make this happen. But if you attach to the outcome, then it creates a resistance. It's a paradox, kind of paradox you can say. For example, you need to do the job, you need to do the task, and you need to let it go to happen. You have to be okay without it, then the resistance becomes zero. For example, if I give an example perfectly, is, let's say you know that it's already there. Okay, you found, the belief has to be so strong that you even don't need it, you are okay without it, then the resistance gone. When we doubt, the resistance comes in place, and we try to we attach to the outcome, that we try to manipulate the outcome in another way, then the resistance comes in place. So this is how doubt, fear, and resistance when you become that person very fast. Okay, but you still need to wait for a little bit, because nature is slow. Okay, then what we are impatient as a trader. So you need to be a little bit of time, and then it's gonna be there for you, no doubt. Okay, so this is how we can fill that gap from who we are to who you want to be, and you become. Okay, and everything will manifest accordingly for who you are. And this is the law, this is the universal law. Okay, no one can defy the law. no one can defy the universal law. Okay, no one. So everyone, the law itself, can you defy gravity? No, you cannot defy gravity. If you put something released from top, it must go, unless it's a balloon with a gas, it will go down. So this is the gravity, it's a law. So no one can defy the law. So this is what it is. Okay, so if you want to, you might say, okay, I don't care about the universal law, I don't do it, but I live my life. So what will happen is that we unconsciously, in fact, obey the law. There are two ways we can obey the law. One is consciously, the other one is unconsciously. So how do we unconsciously obey the law? For example, let's say anything we think, either negative, positive, neutral, will manifest. Like, Al Nightingale said that a man is the one who, a man is who thinks all day long what he thinks. So what we think all day long is what we are. So now if we don't consciously choose to think what we want to manifest in our life, then unconscious thinking will come in place and will take the hold, and the life will evolve accordingly. And then we think that life is happening to us. There are two ways. We think mostly that life is happening to us when we unconsciously comply with the law of the universe. But once you consciously create, then life doesn't happen to you. You choose to be who you want to be. The simplest way. So let's see now on this one here. Okay, so we see that gold from the 5 minutes, it's forming a double bottom. Okay, so from 1 hour, so it's still still tested here, but what I'm expecting is for the price to break further down. I think you might see that move. Let's see, 15 minutes. Okay guys, so in the meantime, make sure guys give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. This weekend also I'll be releasing some valuable content. Every weekend there is a lot of content being released on YouTube to help every trader to learn and grow, and this channel alone is enough for anyone from complete beginner to make a pro trader. So make sure that you take the full advantage by subscribing to the channel, and also press that bell button so that anything you are not missing out any content that I'm releasing every single day. So looking at gold again, we see that from 5 minutes, looks to me that it's forming bullish market structure. And let me see if we can have an opportunity. By the way, this is our TF indicator. This is our TF strategy that I use to find the best trade in the market. If you are our lifetime member, you can access it. If you are a lifetime member, let us know in the live chat. If you are not our lifetime member, then let us know. There is a link in the description area, or also there is a link at the top of the chat. You can visit the website join us to learn our strategies, to trade with us. Any question, let the live agent know. Isa is always there to help you. Any question that you have, I'm sure that if you join this academy, you will really find value. You will have a bunch of trader who you can interact with, and also you will be copying all the trades that all the trades that I'm opening as I share all of them. And also you can, any question that you have will be answered, and access all the trading tools. So there's a link in the live top of the chat. You can visit the website to join us to learn our strategies. Market structure, liquidity, and price action shows you the real picture in market, understanding how the market moves. Absolutely, very good understanding. So you see that the market, you can see here the bulls are not strong enough, so we might see some downside again. I think, yeah, there is still probability for further downside on gold. About GBPC, I'm curious why you take the short trade, although the okay, so okay, there is a drop. What's happening? We show that there is a rejection. Okay, so there is a suddenly volatility came in the market. Which is good. Suddenly there is a spike. Let's see what it is trying to do here. There is a, I think it's sudden drop for manipulation. As I mentioned, today is a bit more manipulation because of the low volatility. Some days are like that. Okay, that's why trading is not every day the same. Some day there will be a little bit of more manipulation. Today you can see the market how many times broken the local trend line, manipulated, and again has broken down again. So it's a bit more in a manipulation phase. Let's see. Let me see on the lower time frame what others are doing from. I'm just looking at all of them to see. Okay, so I see that Euro GBP. Okay, so we can see that gold suddenly has a downside move, and let me see what it is trying to do here with that breakdown. And now if we look at daily, again has come back to the daily. I think that this market, due to the today's nature of the day, we might see it is forming a narrow doji today. I think tomorrow we might see that this market will go up again, and then we could see that drop happen. Okay, so let me see what's happening with the DXY. Before you go to the DXY, I want to see the chat, guys. Roderick, sorry about GBP CHF. Okay, GBP CHF, we had a bigger risk to reward. Okay, the reason from bigger picture, I see the potential downtrend. You can see the market is, we already did the analysis. I'm expecting it to have a drop. Let's see how it goes. Thank you very much, Larry. To help resistance, I truly use positive, expecting happy emotions to allow it. Yeah, absolutely. Expecting happy emotions to allow in it. If you have worries, doubt, fear that will never come, then it creates resistance. Okay, so you do a very good job. That's really helpful. What I would say, that even let it be, for example, worry, doubt, fear. If you think that, okay, I'm worrying, I'm doubting, shit, I'm worrying, I'm doubting, and that's a resistance as well. So, there sometimes we say that, okay, it's a negative emotion. In fact, leveling an emotion will create a resistance. So what we need to be is a conduit of everything. So once you allow things to flow out, all kind of emotion, negative, positive, and non-judgmental to that emotion, then the resistance dropped. But if we, let's say, if we say that, okay, I want only evoke the happy emotion, okay, then resistance will come, because we can't choose what kind of emotion will come. Sometime the negative emotion also will come, but we need to be a conduit of everything so that it flows through, okay, because it's a balance. You can't experience a day without a night. You can't experience a night without a day. This is where people start to wake up, when they understand this fact, okay? Because if we have a preference, then there is a struggle. Let's say if I say that, okay, I love sunny day, what about the rainy day? If I say I love day, then what about the night? So the best way to bring is by not being non-judgmental and not having any preference. Then it becomes fluid. It likes to become a fluid and easily flow. And once it become easily flow, then anything one can achieve, anything, bring anything. So it's a little bit of sometime in a, what I can say, that when people in matrix, it's become difficult to understand. Matrix is a very, very hard place and also easy place. People don't want to leave the matrix, and at the same time, if you watch the movie, then you know how it works, okay? Either blue pill or red pill. It's the way it is, because it's sometimes hard. There is a story from Plato, okay, Greek philosopher. He has a there is a cave, and in that cave there are some people were chained in the cave from their birth, and the only thing they used to see is the shadow on the wall. When the people passing by them, they saw some shadow on the wall, and they were chained in the cave for the since birth till then. And the only thing they thought that everything in this universe, in this world, is the shadow only. And one day one of them escaped from that cave, and once they escaped from that cave, he went outside and he saw that beautiful sunlight, birds singing, there is a sun shining, a nice day. And he was astonished. He said that I should tell my people that there is a beautiful world, why we are here, we should come here and experience that. And then he went there to tell them that what is out there. And these people who are chained in the cave, they thought that he got mad, because they have never seen that and they can't even perceive what is there. So this is what it is, okay? The shadow, it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor for our thinking mind, that we think in our head everything. We think that this is what it is, but there is more to it. So this is why it is important that those who are in the matrix don't know what is outside of the matrix, but it's the way it is. What we can do about it? So let's focus on our gold trading now. Let's see what it is. If we look at on the, okay, so let me see what it has done. All right, let's look at that. Hi coach, what do you think about the euros? I think that is a good buy. Okay, we'll be looking at that double bottom. Yeah, sure, no problems. Absolutely looking at that. Have a look at on dollar yen, please. There is institutional trader trade all the time. Even the bank is an institutional trader is always there. Thanks for that. Okay, so let's look at dollar yen. We'll be looking at that. Okay, so if we look at dollar yen from the, so dollar yen to me looks to me that it's a bull market. So if you look at this daily, we see the market is coming down for a deeper pullback. Now if you look at the monthly, we can see that from the monthly perspective, dollar yen is in fact, bigger picture is bullish. Now if we look at the weekly, then what we can see that from the weekly perspective is an impulse we can expect for a correction. From the weekly, I think it's coming down for a deeper correction, and I think it might come down a little further. Okay, we could see again bullish move may start very soon. Now if we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily, if we readjust this level on dollar yen, we can see that, so this is the resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, which is turning support, and from that level we can expect this bullish move. So if we look at further lower time frame, now in this level we see that there is a, this is dollar yen. Now the price is, you can see it's a little bit of pullback to the upside. I think the dollar yen, this is what I expected in my weekly forex forecast as well. What I'm expecting, dollar yen to come down to break this swing low, and then we can expect that bullish move to happen in dollar yen. Okay, so we'll be looking at that to see how it does. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that. That's a great understanding. That's a great understanding. Yeah, thanks, Kevin. Euro USD, we'll be looking at that. Euro dollar. Okay, so if we look at euro dollar, we can see that euro dollar today opened with a gap, pull back to the upside, and then from the daily we see that the price again creating this bearish move, and with this 20 EMA, euro dollar, when the price follow a trend, this is where our TF strategy and TF indicator comes in place. As you can see, if we turn on our TF indicator on euro dollar in a trending market, these 4 alerts, all of them are winners. So this is where it comes to my favorite trading strategy, TF strategy. If you want to access this TF indicator, that I first recommend you to learn the strategy and then use it. So if you want to learn the strategy, it's available for all the students who are our lifetime member. You can visit the website. There is a link in the description area, and also there is a link at the top of the chat. you can visit the website, click the join now button, and then join lifetime access plan to be for the rest of your life to be part of this trading community. There's a huge probability here you can access everything we'll have in the future as well, including all the strategies, education, trades, all the things that you need to be a profitable trader. So I recommend you to join to be part of this community. So we can see that euro dollar, if we look at this daily, so this is a, you can see that this is a, yeah, so euro dollar looks to me that possible downside. Okay, we might see that the price, it's created a series of lower high along this zone, and then testing this 20 MA, dropping down. So we see the price is following the pattern, and what we can expect euro dollar to continue to drop towards the downside. Okay, so bit more slower movement here on euro dollar, but I think that this one also slowly turning down. So there is a 4-hour candle close on gold. We see there is a long wick candle has been created, and dollar yen, let me see with that 4-hour candle close what happened with the WTI, Nasdaq. So there, I think coming down for a deeper pullback. As you can see, US30, Nasdaq, and US oil, they are also a bit narrower in price action. Okay, so what we have seen so far is that gold is still in a side. You can see it has started where now has come back to the same place. If you look at daily, you'll understand it's on the daily opening and closing area, same at 1947, 46. What I think that we could see that from the daily might be going up and down, and then it could even close as a doji, and once it will close as a doji on the market opening, there will have definitely one thing is that either the price will break the high, grab huge amount of liquidity and will break down, or will break the low and then grab huge amount of liquidity and then break out. Highly likely that we could see that breakdown on gold in the upcoming days. And as you can see, this is the weekly price action on gold is bearish. I strongly believe that it will at least test this weekly 20 EMA. So with that respect, I will still keep watching, as there is a news coming up tomorrow, and there will be definitely huge volatility this week as NFP. That's why the big boy is doing this manipulation to gather liquidity, which is part of the game. And I strongly believe that every one of you enjoyed this live session. I will come on live again twice tomorrow, guys. Make sure that you stay tuned by subscribing and pressing the bell button. And thanks for being here. I strongly believe that you enjoyed this live session. The market a little bit of slow, we didn't open any trade, and I want to see that tomorrow again we are opening more trades to find a bit more profit once the market will be a bit more there will be a little more volatility. So with that said, thank you very much, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Dollar yen, yeah, Piyush, it's your trade, you need to decide. What I did, let me tell you, on dollar yen, I so in my trade we closed with 91p profit on dollar yen, and what I think that we might see the dollar yen trade dollar yen might come back to this support, might come, might not come. So based on your risk management plan, you need to decide, because I cannot advise anyone to do what to do with their trade. I only can share my own experience. So hopefully that you got it, and thank you very much, and I'll see you again tomorrow twice along with all the analysis. And make sure you stay subscribed and press that bell button. I'll see you again.